they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they.
Hey, what's up everybody? Joe Cross here, also the founder of Smash Media, where our mission is to smash your competition, choke them into submission until they tap out. In this video, there's no guru is safe on this video because I'm gonna talk about them all. Mostly a lot about ClickFunnels, but if you stay till the end, you're gonna learn about Tony Robbins, Brunson, Lopez, Cardone. You're gonna learn about Lewis Howes, I think his name is. Any person that's online trying to sell you stuff, Dean Graziosi, these are the best ones. Now, this is the same goes for all the people that sell stuff online or try to sell programs, coaching, etc., lessons, secrets, whatever. That's what this video is gonna be about. But it's probably important to start off where I come from, how I got into this industry and how I got into this marketplace, because any industry that I go into, I look at it, I see what everybody's doing, and I go the opposite way. So while now that everybody's trying to sell information, I'm now changing my company to a marketing firm where we actually write the content, create a marketing funnel, write everything from front to end, to emails, to all that, a full service marketing firm. There was one company that was doing it and now they're all gone. And now everybody just goes to what they want to sell, which is information. Hey, if you just buy my program, you're going to learn. Now, hey, trust me, I've spent money on programs, but only on one person, Dan Kennedy. Frank Kern, I bought his program for $2,000. I didn't like it right from the first week, and I sent it back, gave my money back. Dan Kennedy is the only one that also does guarantee. I don't even think half of these guys, probably 98% of them, don't guarantee their stuff, meaning they don't even let you listen to it to see if it's what they say it is, because it's just another hype. Most of them are putting you in this culture, which we're going to talk about. So how I got into the industry is I used to run traditional businesses. I've had a direct selling company at one point, and I said, okay, what business should I go into? So I went into the information world, which at the time I considered it the seminar world. I wanted to start hosting seminars. So I made CDs, I made audios, I had a team full of people that sold tickets for me. I would speak at events, I would speak on my own seminars. I've done probably, I would have to say probably almost 500 events in Chicago, everything from small little events for 2 hours and big events that had up to 100 people in there. And I had speakers come on and sell their stuff. I worked with Sharon Lecter from Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've worked with a guy named Barry Donaldson, which at the time was one of the top network marketers. So I've been on stage with a bunch of these guys, and I was learning a lot from them. And I actually, at one point, when before it changed the name to No BS Inner Circle, I was part of the Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle, which is GKIC, and I ended up becoming a certified business advisor for them, to the point where I was bringing so many members and I was pushing everybody around in their office that they eventually cut the contract with me, gave me all my money, gave me a bunch of free stuff, made me sign a legal contract that says that I can't talk about them publicly because they know what I do online and how I talk about people and call out the BS. And but they changed their name, so that all holds bar, that's gone. But I can tell you right now, the No BS Inner Circle, who it's run by now, is just a bunch of nonsense, but most of the online gurus learn from Dan Kennedy, which is part of the No BS Inner Circle. I don't know if he owns it. I just know that he's the only one I would listen to. He's the only reason why I went to the events. They would have all these different speakers. Sometimes they'd have Dean up there. They had Dean Graziosi speak. They had Russell Brunson speak, which we'll be talking a lot about ClickFunnels in this video, because it's just one of the biggest hustles right now going on online, and they're losing money fast. Let me just put it this way. ClickFunnels is losing members one by one. Why? Because they originally sold, hey, you can become successful and rich by creating your own funnel, which I do this for a living. I've been creating funnels since probably 2011, so I get it. But it's just a tool. And then when they realized that they were selling these tools to people that weren't having success, they said, well, don't sell your own crap anymore. Sell our stuff. So I've seen this happen a couple of times, which we'll talk more in detail about it. But 2-3 companies that I'll mention that kind of remind me of ClickFunnels, and again, I'm going to be talking about ClickFunnels at the end, is a company called, you guys might have remembered it, it was called, it was with these two guys, David, I don't remember these two, anyways, two guys that ran this marketing like blog system, and I remember they had everybody online go to an event called Don't Be a Wussy, and they were the first ones to just kill it with the affiliate marketing, because affiliate marketing to me is like a hybrid of network marketing, right? The only difference between the two, at first I was in favor of affiliate marketing when I first made a video about them, because a lot of affiliate marketers were talking trash about network marketers, saying that you guys are wasting your time, whatnot. No, affiliate marketers are wasting time because you're selling other people's crap. and you're not branding yourself. You're just basically funneled in to sell other people's stuff. And you think you're successful by selling other people ways to become successful. So it's almost like that old scam. It's like an old hustle that you would go in back of a magazine and there would be an ad that says, would you like to make $100 a week? If so, send me $10 via mail and I will send you the information on how to do that. And then all he would send you was a letter saying, do exactly what I did. Put an ad in the back of the newspaper saying, hey, would you like to make $100 a week in your mailbox? If so, send me $10, right? And now if 10 people do that a week or more, you make $100 a week. That's exactly what the gurus are doing. They're selling you on how to sell their information. Basically selling, even when you buy their programs, they're teaching you exactly what they already did to you, which is get you in the funnel, sort through you, and sell you crap throughout the whole time until you bought something, right? That's pretty much what they did. So I don't get it. I guess people just don't see right through it. So let's first talk about Ty Lopez, which I like to mention first. Lopez has got me blocked on Facebook. He's blocked me on Snapchat. He hasn't blocked me on Instagram or Twitter, probably because I didn't talk to him enough there, or should I say troll him enough there. But he definitely blocked me from Snapchat, so I can no longer message him. He blocked me from his fan page, his business page, also Lewis Howes and all the network marketing gurus blocked me from their business pages. But he now has to have a disclaimer in all his videos. I don't know if you guys caught that. Ever since Ty Lopez started, he first was in the limo, or he was in Lamborghinis. He had a bunch of books. His whole thing was buy my thing, 57 secrets to being successful. And most of his pitches, just got to keep reading more damn books. And then you've seen this man hustle everything from, he did affiliate marketing. At one time, he was selling some social media academy, so you could become a social media agency. I bet you none of those people are still in business. He would sell, at one point, he was selling all the cryptocurrencies and teaching how you can get rich in cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, using his following to move money to him by telling him to buy something that he probably owned a bunch of the crypto already, right? Woo! Ty Lopez is one of the biggest cons, but I feel like he's slowly being shut down, and there's a lot of debate whether his house is real or if he rents all that stuff and it's all just for the videos, and he's always have some celebrities there and whatnot. And I think that's one of the biggest saddest things, is that a lot of these celebrities will come in and endorse or help out a guy if he pays them or they ask him, or because he's in the inner circle, not knowing that you're giving this guy even more influence to hustle more people and bullshit more people. And I think it's good that Ty Lopez finally got a disclaimer on his videos and has to put it on his videos, because he probably got the FTC to knock on his door and say, hey, you need to stop lying to people and over-claiming things and making and telling people they're going to get rich by following you. And meanwhile, he doesn't talk about nothing. When you get on one of his videos, he'll say like 3 obvious bullet points, and then the whole freaking following will just say, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God. He puts half-naked chicks on all his videos. Why? Because he's targeting to young guys that think if I just get rich, I'm going to have all these women around me, which would be true. But why would you want that? I mean, what kind of message is that sending? Doesn't matter. In the meanwhile, he's getting tons of money off of people, and they're paying him all this crap to learn how to be successful like him. And meanwhile, he's just a bunch of smoke and mirrors and a lot of hot air. So anyways, next, Billie Jean is marketing, right? So when I first seen Billie Jean is marketing, I liked him because he has the greatest videos. He does the greatest online ads. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He takes a lot of time and effort and very creative with all the stuff that he does. But one thing I don't like about Billie Jean's marketing is that he started off doing marketing for other people. Even he had one of his first ads was showing us how he got some trampoline guy, or I don't know what the hell the guy did, a zip line, who knows. But he was able to help this man get leads and get customers online by doing Facebook ads. Well, quickly, I'm pretty sure he wasn't having as much success with that ad as he wanted to. So he started looking around and seeing how all these other guys are selling these ABC programs and these secrets to whatever programs and how you can become successful in this program. So he quickly switched to do the information age and sell information, right? Stop buying information. The only content I've ever bought that has ever had any kind of real training was content that I got from Dave D and Dan Kennedy, which they did a couple programs together. Amazing material. Taught me everything I need to know about doing exactly what these gurus are doing online, selling masterminds, selling seminars, selling online programs, selling coaching groups, whatever. That's all they do, right? All they do is sell you information. They don't help you create nothing tangible. They don't do anything for you tangible. They might do a Q&A every once in a while, so you can ask them a bunch of questions. And most of the people that ask questions ask stupid questions just to kiss their ass and try to get in front of the line. Kind of like when I went to a Get Motivated seminar back in the day, or I think it was called the Annex, the Learning Annex. Donald Trump was speaking. He got paid $1 million just to speak. People were in line to ask Donald Trump questions, and the stupid questions they kept asking were, oh, when's the next Apprentice, and when's the blah, 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 all about his stupid TV show and everything. Meanwhile, he's a self-claimed billionaire, and that's the question you ask him is when his stupid show is going to be aired. Who cares? Ask him how he became rich. Duh, right? And even when you watched when he spoke, man, it was brutal. It was brutal. Anyways, back to the point. So Billie Jean's marketing. I bought his little $1 thingy, which eventually, when I clicked through, it was $5. I guess I didn't buy it when he had the clock, right? That's one of the things they do. They put a clock and, hey, buy this now, hurry up. And then if you don't, you get in 5. I've done all these things. I've done these things. The only difference is, right, I said it in the last video, the difference between manipulation and persuasion is intent. And I don't think these guys care whether anybody ever becomes successful. I don't think these guys really give a damn whether anybody ever uses the programs. I think all they care about is selling per number, per whatever, and getting as much money from people as they can. And then what ends up happening when they can't sell to nobody anymore, or to their following, and their following gets bored, they start doing what we call list sharing. If you guys don't know what that means, is now they start selling everybody else's crap. So that's why you see Dean and Tony Robbins together. You see Russell Brunson now with Tony and Dean. You see Billie Jean interviewing one of the other guys, and now you got Ty Lopez bringing on freaking Gary Vee, and you got Cardone interviewing Ty Lopez. All of them to do one thing, to come together as one, which was amazing and is brilliant to see it, to sell each other crap. Meanwhile, these titans get rich and keep getting more influence and getting stronger with their positions, to the point to watch the government's going to end up shutting them down. And I'm going to see one of these guys on American Greed, because it's just about moving people into the direction they desire and charging you as much money and getting as much money as you can out of them, which I think is amazing. Because to talk about Cardone for 1 second, I once had a client that I ended up helping her create a marketing campaign, creating a funnel, and writing all the content for her. Well, she went to a 10X Grant Cardone event, which is so ironic, and literally first spent a couple grand just to get into the room, and then seen a guy, which you guys know him, Russell Brunson, that owns ClickFunnels, buy his program ClickFunnels, which I think at the time was a couple grand more. Meanwhile, she still hasn't opened the program. She doesn't even know where to start. And I told her that's what they do. They sell you hope. They sell you this opportunity that if you buy this thing, you're going to have it all. But unfortunately, there's a lot more to go with it. Framework, marketing, campaign, copy, target markets, age. Like, we got to know all of this information. It's not just getting online and selling some crap and then you're going to get people lined up. If it was that easy, then everybody would be successful doing it. So to me, information marketing, or trying to be another guru and sell information, is it's just an MLM when you start to add an affiliate to it, because you're doing the same thing. You got a bunch of people hoping they are going to get rich one day and be you, selling your crap. Meanwhile, you're getting more rich, and they're exactly where they're supposed to be, which is nowhere, because they're following nobody. They're following nothing. They're following hope, a dream, a maybe. So anyways, back to Billie Jean. So I buy his little stupid thing for $1. I get the $5 thing. He sends me emails, or he calls it a training, and every time you're done with one, you go to the next one, and it keeps congratulating you, and the whole funnel was selling you the whole time, trying to sell you something. When you decline one, it would try to sell you another thing. I've done these before. That's how I know what he's doing. But what the saddest part was I paid $5, forget about the $5, so that you can send me every ad you've already done that I already seen. Like, I've already seen all your ads, right? I've seen them all. So why would you sell me a $5 thing to just look at all your ads? Very simple. Because he wants to use the ads that he tried to sell you originally to sell you again, even though he's telling you these are the greatest ads I've ever written. You've already written these ads to you, and he's doing it again. Like, he sold you to sell you again. And the only reason why he cares about the $1, $5, $10, if you see these guys do it online, selling you this low shit for like $7, $10, whatever, is because you're helping them pay for the marketing to continue to market to you. Does that make sense? You're paying them money to keep marketing to you. So there's no expense for them to even market to you anymore, because now you're buying this $7 thing thinking, hey, it's only $7, why not? You're just helping them pay for their advertisement. How do I know this? Because I do pay-per-click ads, do Facebook ads. So again, pretty genius what they're doing, But overall, all that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me at the end of the day is who's succeeding in this, right? Where's the results, right? That's why ClickFunnels is losing people left and right. People are dropping their memberships. That's why as we speak, you're seeing a huge push to join their group. And now they have people earning cars. You bring 100 members, we'll pay your car payment. You bring 200 members, we'll give you a higher level car. I don't remember what it was. I've seen someone post it. Either way, it's just a big freaking hustle. And the only people getting rich are these guys. They're selling nothing tangible, nothing physical. It's all just thought. It's all just what they've already done. It's almost like I just sold you, and now I'm going to sell you the book to teach you how I just sold you. Huh? What? Anyways, back to the point. So you've seen this earlier. Unless you're under a rock, you've seen Dean and Tony Robbins on this new big. I mean, they did a huge. They're still got ads out there where they got. I don't know how many people they filtered in, but I'm pretty sure they made millions of dollars on this campaign, filtering all these people in, telling them, "Hey, you suck. You don't have a business. You're not making any money. Okay, why don't you sell information? Why don't you sell your skill? You're good at something, right? If you're good at painting houses, teach people how to paint houses, and then create a whole series on painting houses." Again, I get it, but here's what ends up happening, and you've already seeing it happen now. When all these people filter in to try to sell something, and they can't figure out what the hell to sell, well, trust me, don't worry about it. Dean and Tony Robbins will most likely have an affiliate program, if they already don't have one, to sell their crap. Or you've seen a lot of people filtered in, and then they went off and started doing their own Facebook ads trying to sell them the stuff that they just bought into. Because, oh, I already paid for it. I don't see I'm gonna ever use this. So now let me go try to get a bunch of other wannabes to come into their funnel and sell more crap, right? It was so sad because even though they're saying it's a $300 million, or how many millions of dollars they say a day in this business, yes, because you got so many people unqualified out there that never ran a business, never owned a business, becoming an affiliate marketer now and think that they're this big hotshot entrepreneur. You don't have a business. You're a salesman hustling other people's content because you can't come up with your own content. They gave you the program to teach you how to come up with your own content. You're too lazy to do that. So then what's the next thing to do? Sell their program, because what else am I going to do? So sad, because it's just so simply out there that you can see it, and yet most people are just running right into it like flies, like a moth to a buzzer light. And you see them teaming up with everybody else because, again, once their list got bored of buying the same crap, because you can only, if you sell information for a living, you can only say so many things. You can only repackage the same content, just calling it different, wording it different, because all principles eventually end up, they're the same. They just all have their different spin. And I know I'm a true believer that not everybody's gonna like you, so maybe that's why you do joint ventures and you sell other people's lists, but that's not what they're doing here. What they're doing here is they already have an audience of wannabes that want to be rich, that see these guys creating all this stuff online and thinking that they're going to be the next one. And every once in a while, like ClickFunnels is so good. ClickFunnels now has awards, giving awards to the top people. So now it's a cult now. It's like, hey, you're part of ClickFunnels. So then you feel like you're a big shot because you see a couple people get awarded on top because they made something happen with their campaigns. But it never was the use of ClickFunnels. None of that. ClickFunnels was just a tool. You could use lead pages. You can use Infusionsoft when I started. It was $1,000 to get in, $300 a month to use the service. It's the same. The only difference between all of those, any lead page service you can use, is that ClickFunnels has a community behind it, or should I say a culture of people that are wannabes that are kissing ass to them and saying your content's amazing because maybe they made a $5 sale and it worked. You're never going to make $100,000 a year doing that. You're never going to make $1 million doing that. You could keep following these guys until now, once you're bored, they will sell you something else. Another opportunity to get rich, selling something else to you. And meanwhile, keep having you moving forward, thinking you're in the cool crowd, but you're broke. But you're cool, though. But you're broke, but you're cool. Anyways, let's talk about Grant Cardone and him 10Xing his pockets, right? First of all, I'll say this publicly. Grant Cardone, I went after his staff a couple times, and to the point where they made a deal with me that if I take the video down, they will put me in a documentary that Grant Cardone was hosting called Money or something about money. So I took their deal. I said, okay, I'll take the deal. I went and made the video, sent it to the guy, took down the video like I promised, and long story short, the video, the documentary never was made and never got featured. Full of crap. And that's not the first time I heard. One thing I hate about the 10X community, and that's why I'm no longer friends with anybody that's a Grant Cardone fan or talks about 10X anything. If you're 10X anything, I don't even care if you're 10Xing your cheeseburger. I don't want nothing to do with it. Because when I was part of the 10X community, and I was part of it for a good couple of months, and I had a bunch of people following me because I was saying some straight truth fire online, and they just came from a Grant thing, so I like this guy, so let's follow, see what this guy's talking about. And all of them, all they did was talk about going to the next 10X thing. It's like another culture, another cult over here, where everybody thinks that the only thing that needs to be done this year, forget about making $1 million in your business, forget about making profits, right? Forget about paying your bills at this point. I just got to be at the 10X event because I need it, because it's going to be life-changing. It's going to be amazing. And last year when I went, I met a lot of great people. Look, if you want a friend in business, get a dog. If you're only going to the 10X so that you can be around the same people you've seen last year and take photos and tell everybody else, nobody cares, right? The only one 10X in there is him and all his speakers. Because what is the 10X? What is the conference? It's one big event of selling stuff. That's it. That's all. And they're revenue sharing. So he gets a cut and the speaker gets a cut, right? Everybody's making money. Meanwhile, who's not making money are the people that go home, like the lady that I was talking about earlier. She spent a couple grand just to go there, a couple more grand to buy a funnel or a system from Russell Brunson, and $4,000 later, she's still exactly where she was at, which is nowhere. So much information, she doesn't even know where to start because she doesn't even understand how this industry works. So she's just going by the success stories of people that have already done it, right? Our insecurities come from other people's highlight reels. That's all it is. It's just one big hustle online. And they're getting away with it because once they do enough of their hustling, they start getting other people connected to them, and they all start partying. That's why you see Dean with Ty with Billie Jean with Tony Robbins with Dean Graziosi, Grant Cardone hanging out with Russell Brunson, right? All interviewing each other, all talking about each other, patting each other on the back in front of the public, saying, hey, I'm an influencer, I'm amazing, keep listening to me. The only one that's not falling in the category, but I still am ashamed that he's interviewed with a lot of these guys is Gary Vee, because he doesn't sell anything. He just gets paid to do speeches, and the only thing I'll say about Gary Vee is one thing. A lot of what he talks about is pretty common sense. He just makes it sound so good because he's so passionate about it, right? Let me do a Gary Vee real quick. You guys, right now online, it's just bullshit. I mean, there's a lot of bullshit online. You need to stop buying information. You need to stop listening to what other people tell you. You got to live your own destiny. You got to live your own thing. You have enough to be what it is that you want to be. You got it all. You just got to keep grinding. You got to have some patience. You got to keep eating crap until you finally get, that's it. It's all it is. Just constantly teaching grind, right? And he could talk about Apple and make it sound so amazing because he talks with so much conviction and so much like he's got it figured out. Like he knows what he's talking about. And that's why most people follow his ass. And the fact that he doesn't sell anything, which he does, he sells shoes and other little products, he'll pitch here and there, and his wine club. He's just out there telling people just keep doing content. Now the problem with that is now you've got millions of people out there pushing content that suck, that none of us want to hear. And anybody that has real content, you got to filter through a lot of crap to get to the real. And then when you find a guy you think is real, he's even more full of crap. He's just better at spitting crap, right? So it's just a big ugly cycle. And all you're going to do when you go to the 10X and follow Grant Cardone is buy a program. You're buying a program at some point or another. You're buying a freaking program so you can get over it. Go to the 10X community, knowing that you're going to make a lot of good friends, fake friends, because they only know you from a freaking community of people that who cares. And one of the biggest problems with the 10X community, that when I was part of it, they had so many people that were scamming each other, because when you are put into a community, now you think everybody in this community is amazing. Can't be true, because there's thousands of people going into this thing, and you don't think there's going to be a couple hustlers there that sees an opportunity, or sees all these hungry people that want to buy something and couldn't afford a $2,000-$3,000 program. So then he'll create a $1,000 program, sell it to that whole inner circle, scam enough people, get 20, 30 grand out of these people, and then he'll go right back to doing what he was doing, which was nothing. And he'll get some videos made about him that he's a scam, but it doesn't matter. He already got the 30 grand. Why? Because I called out a guy that was in the 10X community about doing that specifically, and I knew who he was personally. So when I called him out, I had the whole 10X community congratulating me. Meanwhile, while I was part of that community, they were still getting scammed by other people. Just because they went to 10X, they thought they were legitimate. It's just sad, man. Grow up. Grow up, people. Run a business, a real business. Figure out what it is that you're trying to do, and then go get the things needed to make that happen, right? So, last but not least, what we all been waiting for, drum roll. Cult funnels, A.K.A. click funnels, A.K.A. Russell Brunson. I used to give away a lot of Russell Brunson stuff. I had a bunch of stuff I gave away. Like a lot of the gurus, they'd give me free stuff to give away to my following. And the reason why you don't see me ever with any of them publicly is because I've worked with a lot of these guys and they're all the same. It's just about numbers. It's about selling the next AYZ course. And anytime you see that they need a cash influx, they'll create a new program, sell it for an average $2 to $3 grand, tell you this is the next hottest thing ever, and get a bunch of people funneled in that are already following them. And then when they get bored, they start selling other people's stuff. But the one thing is sad about cult funnels is that they're selling this as like the way to get rich. If you're part of ClickFunnels, you're gonna get rich. No, there's the guys that use ClickFunnels that have maybe made a six-figure income and maybe have become rich and became a millionaire, but that's because they already knew what they were doing prior to buying the program, and they probably would have bought anything else. But one thing a lot of these guys do is once they already know what they're doing, it's like, this is like me, I know what I'm doing. So if I got into ClickFunnels, I would go use ClickFunnels, sell whatever I would be offering online using their system. And then eventually I'll get a tap on the shoulder from Russell and say, hey man, why don't you already got a big following, why don't you sell my ClickFunnels? And since you're using this to help people create anyways, why don't you sell my ClickFunnels? So now here he goes. He recruits another one of his high-end affiliates that will go do ads and just driving traffic back to his company to buy another ClickFunnels subscription. But right now, people are dropping off like flies. Why? Because, again, they sold you the hope and dream that if you're part of ClickFunnels, you're going to get rich and you're going to make a lot of money because they have success stories of guys that already have done it. And then eventually when they realize a lot of people couldn't do this on their own, even if you gave it to them, right? Because I've created funnels for people that never use them. So I know now you give them the funnel and they still basically can't figure it out. Well, what do I do? Well, Russell Brunson's already got everything written out. He's already got all the content written out for me. Dean Graziosi already has a whole program set up and created. Why do I want to go through all the creation of all that crap? Why not just sell their stuff and just get a commission from their stuff? Well, problem with that is because while you're doing that, you're not making any money. You're just like a network marketer that's just getting a little cut from each transaction, but you're never going to build a team. You're never going to have a sales force behind your back. You're never going to be known only within that community. And you see people getting trophies now. Hey, I got a whatever ClickFunnels award, and now they're putting in their stupid ads again, using that trophy to market to the same people that are in Russell Brunson's thing because they already love ClickFunnels and trust it. So now you're opening the floodgates for a bunch of people to con people, which I'm pretty sure they already have. So I hope this video is enlightening. This is probably part one of a lot of series, but I could just tell you guys to end it very simply. All these guys is sell you hope. They sell you hope, dreams, wishes, making you believe, right? No different from when The Secret came out, that you have this magical genie lamp when you work with them, and you're gonna have all your dreams and wishes come true when you buy their program. You'll have all your wishes and dreams come true when you go to their seminar. You'll have all your wishes and dreams come together once you buy their mastermind, or if you join up for their monthly coaching group, because it's only $7. What's the waste? Pretty much waste of time. And really the only reason why they would sell that is to funnel you in so they can sell you other crap. That's all they're doing. They're pretty much selling you little items to get you in, waiting for that one moment to sell you that high ticket item. And even when you buy the high ticket item, whether you have success or not, it doesn't matter to them because they already got your money. And because you're already in that world and now everybody else around you is in that world and they're all like stuck into it and culted in, it's hard to get out of it because you think you're in the right area, but nope, you're just in a bigger group of people that has a smaller niche, right, of people that literally are selling you crap and nonsense. All I can say is stop doing it. Learn how to become a real entrepreneur. Learn how to create a real marketing system. Learn how to understand sales. Learn how to understand communication online. Learn how to lead. These are things that you need to work on. It's not just buying this magical program or a magical system and all of a sudden it's all going to work out for you. There's a lot more work to it than that. So you keep going to the seminars. You keep paying them for the masterminds. And let me know in 3 to 5 years whether you've moved one little needle. And I can promise you one thing, you haven't. And that's why a lot of them are doing all these programs selling you to become them because they ran out of shit to talk about. Talk to y'all later. Joe Cross, King of Controversy. No BS, facts.
they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me.